Okay, I believe everybody would have changed their backgrounds, so those who were unable to change it, still fine, you are in the online meeting, and that is what's more important. So today, I'm going to emphasize on two words which had made a lot of changes in this world when it gradually evolved. Those are leadership and communication, two important areas, two important topics. And usually pessimists complain about the wind. The optimists expect it to change. And the great leaders adjust the sails by changing the sail and the status quo. So that is about leadership. So speaking of Toastmasters, just giving a small context, a true mark of a leader is the willingness to stick with a bold course of action and empowering their club members towards success and instilling a belief in everyone in empowering to accomplish their goals, because leadership and learning are indispensable for each other. This was said by John F. Kennedy and not me. So that is first. The second one is communication. So one can choose to use the words in a constructive way, or destructively can use the words as despair. We at Mindblasters Toastmasters Club, a brand new club, a visionary club, is here to make a clear distinction between mere management, mere leadership, mere communication, and trying to strengthen each of the aforesaid areas, thereby challenging the status quo, leading in a meaningful way, and to bring upon the change the world wants to see. A very warm welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Many of you all would have thought that I forgot to greet those who are in attendance, but certainly I will not, because without you, this event will not be happening at this point of time. And I thank everyone for joining this momentous occasion to the charter installation ceremony of the Mindblasters Toastmasters Club. And I hope everyone is safe and well. So we slowly start our official proceedings of the day. I'm going to hand over the virtual platform to a young and prolific individual who is employed at Sri Lanka Insurance Corporation and currently pursues his master's in the University of Sri Jayawardhanapura. Toastmaster Vimukti, the virtual stage is yours for the welcome speech.
Toastmaster Vimukti, can you unmute yourself? Okay.
Right. Can you hear me?
Yes.
One day, our HR department officer came and asked us, there's an opportunity to be part of the communication and leadership skill development forum. If you're interested in attending, let us know. And without having a proper idea, we attended first session, and there, I got to know it's a speechcraft program. Toastmaster Purna and other officers were there conducting program, and day by day gave a boosting and a significant interest on speechcraft program. Finally, it was one of the most influencing and interesting program for me. And finally, because of those reasons, I'm here. Life is always a matter of waiting for the right moment to act. I wish a very good and mind-blasting evening to all of you. It is my pleasure to welcome all the participants today for the charter installation ceremony of Mindblasters Club, Mindblasters Toastmasters Club 2021. I warmly welcome our chief guest, DTM Sriyanti Salgadu, District Director for D82, Program Quality Director, DTM Nisal Veerakon, Club Growth Director, DTM Mahinda Karunakara, Keynote Speaker, Mrs. Rasini Bandara, especially our installation officer, our own area director, Toastmaster Lalit Manage, and induction officer, Toastmaster Karuna Singh Nanediri, and all division directors, area directors, and fellow Toastmasters from all over the world from different walks to share their knowledge and vast experiences with the charter installation ceremony. This chart installation ceremony is organized on a Zoom platform in line with social distancing norms due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The theme of the Mindblasters chart installation ceremony is Challenge, Lead and Change. I wish this novel experience would help to all fellow Toastmasters to enhance their knowledge and improve the skills without limits. Thus, this is the day of virtual togetherness and interaction. At the last, I would like to welcome again all of you to the golden day, and for sure, it will be a glamorous evening, and it would like to invite all of you to become witnesses of our virtual ceremony. Thank you very much. Over to you, Segar.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vimukthi. That was indeed a very energizing, welcome speech to, set the perfect stage to kickstart the day off. Next up, we're slowly moving to make this entire chart installation ceremony very official. We are having an incremental approach towards it. So next up, I would like to invite a special person who is a chartered engineer and a chartered management accountant by profession. And he had held many responsible positions at BCIS Toastmasters Club. Also, he has been the division's governor for the year 2010 and 11 in the District 82, and presently the chief judge in District 82 of Toastmasters International. Toastmaster Karunasinghe Nanediri. Sir, I would like to warmly welcome you to proceed with the induction of the charter members. Thank you.
Today, chief guest, distinguished Toastmaster Sriyanti Salgadu, District Director of District 82, and other district leaders and friends. Today, for our induction ceremony, we have 16 new members to be inducted. Another 4 members are there. They are anyway dual members, therefore we don't induct them. And we will proceed to induct 16 new members. So let me start induction first. It is my duty and privilege to induct new members into Mindblasters Toastmasters Club. This is an important occasion both for the new members and for the club. They join to improve their communication leadership skill. Now we have the opportunity to help them grow and achieve. Shall I now call all the charter members other than the dual members to join with me once I introduce them one by one. First, Toastmaster Priyantha Kulatunga. He's currently working at International Organization for Migration, Migrant Resource and Response Center in Khartoum, Sudan. He's an international civil servant and physiosocial social worker. He's a Bachelor of Psychology, Philosophy, postgraduate diploma in counseling and physiosocial support. He's a former Toastmaster of BCIS Toastmasters Club. His interest, volunteering as a peer helper, listener, reading and traveling. The next, Toastmaster Nasif Ahmad. He's a student reading for masters at King's Mongkut University of Technology, Thonburi, Thailand. His interest and hobbies, traveling, coaching, and as an entrepreneur. Next, Toastmaster Anujita Sivaskaran. She is a project officer as National Peace Council of Sri Lanka. She is a BA Honours in Peace and Conflict Resolution. Her achievement is she's a Diana Award recipient in 2021. He is a member of Refugee Education Council, Canada, Global Ambassador 2021 Youth Opportunities. Her interests and hobbies: reading storybooks and gardening. Next, Toastmaster Vimukti Rajita Pereira. He is working at Sri Lanka Insurance Corporation. He is an MBA holder of University of Sri Jagadhanapura. Reading for BSc Honours Management at PQHRM. He is a member of many environmental conservation organizations. He is an environmentalist. His interests and hobbies: traveling, reading books, supporting SMEs. Next, Toastmaster Rajita Balasurya is a senior project coordinator at Migration, Environment and Climate Change Unit, International Organization for Migration, Sri Lanka and Maldives. Next, Toastmaster Chandika Gunatilaka is an operation manager, Kargil's Agro Development Center. He is a BSc holder in agriculture, Uvellasa University. MSc in horticulture, University of Peradeniya. Diploma in quality management. He is an executive member of Mihitala Mitrayo Environmental Development Foundation. His interest and hobbies: hiking, camping, playing cricket and volleyball. Next, we have Toastmaster Niranjali Rajapaksa. I don't have her background information. Next, Toastmaster Priyankara Paranaliyanage. He's an infrastructure coordinator, construction manager at UN Migration Iraq. He's a BSc Civil Engineering graduate from University of Moratuwa, MSc in Structural Engineering, again from University of Moratuwa. He's a member of Institute of Engineers, Sri Lanka. Next, we have Toastmaster Nirosa Hapuarachi. Again, I don't have detail. Next, we have Toastmaster Girma Sime Adani. I hope I pronounced the name correctly. He's IOM staff, language and reception support, Migrant Resource and Response Center. Then we have Toastmaster Rajita Gunatilaka Gunaratna. Again, I don't have detail about Rajita. Then we have Toastmaster Nishant. Again, I don't have detail. Then we have Toastmaster Lasanta Shamali Lianage. Again, I don't have detail. I have detail. She's a MBBS doctor and GDFM Singapore, that is Graduate Diploma in Family Medicine. He is a holder of MRCP UK, membership of Royal College of Physicians in UK. Workplace resident physician in Ang Mo Kio Thai Hua Kwan Community Hospital, Singapore. Again, I hope that I pronounced that hospital name correctly. Next, we have Toastmaster Ahmad Rawa. His professional qualification and his workplace is migrant protection assistant staff. Then we have Toastmaster Abu Bakr Abdul Hamad. He's a BA degree in linguistic and translation, English, Arabic, and French. He is attached to IOM staff, language assistant, and as an interpretation, migration resource and response center. Then last we have Toastmaster Saga Danukshan. So again, I don't have detail about Toastmaster Sega Danuskan. All the new members of Mind Blasting Toastmasters Club, you have joined a worldwide organization that help millions of people learn to communicate more effectively. As members of Mindblasters Toastmasters Club, you will be benefited from the educational program, and you will become a part of an outstanding group of people who are dedicated to helping one another in the spirit of sharing and enjoyment. Now I request all mentors present today to join me. Dear mentors of this club, I do request you to help these new members to get off to a good start, where they can immediately begin to benefit from their Toastmaster membership. Also, to help these new members further, at least till they complete their level 1 and level 2 of any Path A project. May I ask all mentors of these members, will you accept these requests in good faith to help these new members? I hope yes. Thank you very much. Dear new members, you are a group of people brought together to do things which couldn't accomplish alone. Your collective obligation is to improve yourself and to share the knowledge and experience with fellow members in the true Toastmasters spirit. Dear new members, please affirm your membership in front of your fellow members by repeating the following. I will read it. I don't think that they can own everybody's audio. I'll read and you can read it yourself. I, in the presence of my fellow members of Mindblasters Toastmaster Club, make this firm obligation to attend meeting regularly and prepare fully for each assignment, to apply myself to the program as per Toastmasters manual and participate actively in all club matters, to evaluate others in the positive and constructive manner, to build open and friendly relationship, to bring new members into the club so that they can also gain the benefit of Toastmasters. To dedicate yourself for personal growth, to share this great gift with your fellow members, and to keep this Mindblasters Toastmasters Club strong and dynamic. So, thank you. Would all Toastmasters present here please join me and repeat our pledge to the new members. We, the members of Toastmasters Club, pledge to support you in your quest for self-development, to provide you with helpful evaluations, to maintain friendly and supportive atmosphere, to give opportunities to help others, to make your Toastmasters membership a rewarding and fulfilling experience. Thank you. Now I pronounce the new members are formally inducted in the membership of Mindblasters Toastmasters Club. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you very much. It's over to you, the MC.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Karuna Singh Hanandesri. I think it's one of the difficult tasks, spelling out names, calling out the profile, and I think you delivered a fantastic job. So thank you very much. And I think we are right on time, and we can swiftly move to the next agenda item. So now this personality, distinguished personality, is a professional in English language teaching and also a scholar in education. And also she's a visiting lecturer in many universities, state universities, and holds responsible positions as well. She's also has held many responsible and higher up positions at Toastmasters outfit across. And currently she heads the District 82 as the district director. And I can remember when I joined Toastmasters, I would always look up to distinguished Toastmasters, always thinking that I can learn from them and it would always add value. And I'm really happy and I'm really thrilled to invite DTM Sriyanti Salgado, the chief guest for today's evening, to deliver the chief guest speech. Madam, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, MC. I believe I could be heard.
Yes, ma'am.
Toastmasters hierarchy, as well as the special Toastmasters of Mindblasters. Just take the word Mindblasters. You have just stepped in officially into a journey which will blast through your entire life. Now, today just marks the official ceremony. However, I believe each of you, with your words, have already started this journey. It's great to see the enthusiasm at the beginning, but I would like to see the same enthusiasm 15 years later, just like me. So make a commitment to see not just a day or two of improvement. It's a lifelong commitment where you keep learning and in turn, someday see that every other person whom you think this movement is a boon, get them on board and see that they too take this journey, because undoubtedly this journey is very beneficial. So as you start this new journey in a new year, 2021 and 22. I request all of you to have a personal vision, which is definitely essential. Without a personal vision, how can we step any further for anything at all? Each of you needs to have that. What are you going to achieve? Not just because the VP education says do a speech. What is each one of you going to achieve at the end of the year? After all, having paid $90 to Toastmasters International, if you have not done a single speech, is it worth it? But I'm sure each of you will not only do a speech, but you will also commit yourself to do at least one level. Now, this means a lot of hard work. Commitment to be there at every meeting. When I ask you to do something, I can proudly say that I do it myself. Come Tuesday evenings, first and third. You won't want me to go anywhere because it's my club meeting. Despite the fact being district director, my club meeting is one of the most important things in my agenda. I have marked it in my calendar. And just in case you've not marked it in your calendar, take your phone out now. Mark those 2 days because the amount of gain that you gain is unbelievable. You might be doing a speech, you might be a role player, you might be an evaluator, or you might be that listener, because we need to improve our listening skills. We seriously need to improve our listening skills. Everything that we learn at a Toastmaster meeting, we carry forward to our workplaces as well as our families. So it's important that we have an audience. It is also important that you become curious. Look at the Pathways program. Don't feel that it's too difficult. Be curious enough to learn what is new, what you have not done before. There are so many things in Pathways that you can learn newly, things that you've never done before. Also, respect each other. In every Toastmaster meeting, we have a wide range of ages. Respect each one's ideas because we need every single member to carry on these meetings. Finally, be ready for change. As each new year comes in, as each new member joins your Toastmasters Club, he or she will bring in new ideas. Accept them. Each time you have a joint meeting with another club, see how you could give them your ideas and gain something from them as well. As simple as that. Do not stay in the comfort of your club environment. Step out of your comfort zone and you will know how much you will gain. Each time you step out of your comfort zone, each time you have to do a speech at another club, take part in every competition possible. It should come to a stage that you don't have role players because every member is contesting. Take up the challenge and do it. Finally, you need to influence someone in your life to become a Toastmaster. So make a commitment this year. Look around and see whether you can find another family member, a friend, a colleague who will definitely benefit from this Toastmaster movement. Ignite the spark in them and inspire them to join this movement. It may be your club. It could be a club from the north, south, east, or west. That's the amount of clubs we have around. So influence, ignite, and inspire someone else to join Toastmaster movement. Friends, this is a special occasion. Keep up this same enthusiasm, not only throughout this year, but for several years more, until you start sharing your knowledge to many more Toastmasters. Over to you, MC.
Thank you very much, DTM Sriyanti Salgaru. That was wonderful. I mean, it's a great pleasure to have you, as I mentioned earlier. And those are the words, ladies and gentlemen, from an eminent individual. So some of the words which are, kind of echoing in my mind is commitment, respect for each other, positive thinking, motivation, accepting the challenge, and, going to that extra mile, learning and listening, and most of all, inspiring someone in your life. So if you all do this, thereby you can break the shackles to reach that twilight goal. Thank you very much, DTM, again. And next up is a speech which sets out the central theme of a program, of an evening. So, Ms. Rasini Bandara, thank you very much for accepting our invitation and to deliver the keynote speech. If I may speak a bit about Ms. Rasini Bandara, she's a psychologist. I have worked with many psychologists, and it's a perfect occupation because it's all about service, helping others. And she's not only a psychologist, she's a public speaking and personality development coach, and actively involved in conducting workshops across the board for all sectors, covering all key areas, for example, like personal management, development such as leadership, team building, motivation, stress management, you name it. So, Ms. Rasini Bandara, the virtual stage is over to you to deliver the keynote speech. Thank you.
Thank you so much. How do you pronounce your name? Is it
Sega? His name is Sega.
Right. I didn't want to start with the wrong foot over there. Okay, Sagar. Right. Okay, Sagar. Few changes I want in this platform. Can we get rid of me from the screen? It's a little disturbing. Great, great. Can I see all of you? I would love that, to be very honest. If we can take away the screen sharing and let me take a look at all of you. Because, to be very honest, we are doing this with so much of difficulty. I mean, of course, I know all of you would prefer to have this as a physical session, but fortunately, unfortunately, we are doing this virtually. So let's try to maintain that human factor as much as possible, right? So first of all, a big thank you going out to my sister from another mother and a father, Rangita Ake, for actually giving me this very, very dearly invitation. And like I said earlier, I cannot say no to her. So of course, yes, here I am. And Mindblasters, what a name you guys have. Fantastic, great. And also very inspiring to see young individuals being guided by such eminent, fantastic personalities, and what you guys are here today to do, and wishing all the very best to all the individuals who are newly joining this particular club. I hope that is the process, right? Am I right? I'm a little confused with the formalities. Great, thank you. Thank you. Right, okay. So I'm not gonna just talk over here, but I would prefer to have this as a conversation with you guys. I mean, that's how I would like this to happen. And then, of course, I'm here today. I thought, what can I speak to these individuals about now? All about speech and speaking. You guys are expert. Believe me, yes. But maybe something from my end and my profession, if I could share with you all, then yes, of course, I thought that would be the best. However, I will first start with this. Have you heard a term called glossophobia? Anyone? Yes, please, let's have this as a conversation, yeah?
Yes.
Fantastic. Shuranti ma'am, great. Can you explain glossophobia to our...
Fear of public speaking.
Fantastic, fantastic. Fear of public speaking. So there you go. We'll start from there. So actually, when it comes to the most threatening, the most fearful, the most anxiety-provoking phobias in the world, glossophobia is one of them. So you got three actually. One, it's ovidophobia, that is fear of snakes, which of course I have. Nasif is like, whoa, Nasif, are you scared of snakes? Oh yeah, okay. So for me, I do not normally demonstrate the particular actions or behavior. Usually people would demonstrate like or scream or get onto a top of a table. What would happen to me is that I would pass out. So that is why I consider, yes, it's a phobia. Then there's another one called Thanatophobia. Anyone know what that is? Something I think these days what we are going through. We are all scared to die, isn't it? Right? We are all scared to die. So now imagine fear of snakes, fear of death, and then comes fear of public speaking. So if you were an individual who was experiencing this, don't worry, yeah, you are in a top list. Huh? If you feel like, oh my God, I'm not an achiever, I don't have much things in life, at least I'm on top of that list of having, glossophobia. Yeah. But then the fantastic thing is you guys are in the process or else already have overcome this particular fear. The most interesting thing is about 70% of people in this world go through that. And that is actually, if I'm to tell you what this particular anxiety is that, the feeling of butterflies and, your heart just pounding and, you feel like it's about to come out, right? So you give so many terms for this, you call it communicator apprehension, you call it public speaking anxiety, you call it speaker anxiety, you say a lot of things. And I would say, don't you think that every time you go in front of a crowd, you do get a little bit of anxiety, isn't it? I, of course, would say I definitely get it. Even now, I feel like it's happening. Because, you are now, see, for me, this is a brand new audience. For me, there's only one individual I know personally, Rangita, and she's also currently looking like a ninja. So that's not helping me either. Otherwise, I know for a fact she would have a nice smile on her face, even though that I speak absolute gibberish. She will give that very positive look to me. But unfortunately, I'm not seeing that also. So there you go. I'm here with bad luck. But then, when it comes to this particular anxiety, as individuals, we go through two types of anxiety when it comes to public speaking anxiety. Any of you have any idea what these two are? No? Any guesses? Any lucky guesses? Now, when I'm telling you, when I explain you, of course you will know, yes, I know that. Only thing is I didn't know the terminology of it. But yes, so
maybe
yes.
I can try.
Yes, Ms. Priyanta, go on.
I think one is maybe fear of failure, that I will fail, and the other one is fear of the audience.
Okay, so very well said, but let me explain it further. So you actually explain two examples from the two situations that I'm just gonna tell you. So number one is that you have situational anxiety, right? It's more of called as the state anxiety. So that means it's caused by factors that's for a very specific situation. Like for example, let's say you guys now over here suddenly just says, okay, so they say Segar. Am I right? Segar, the name? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, right. So Segar says, Nazif, you have to deliver a speech right now. So Nazif, maybe being a Toastmaster, would say, yeah, of course, yes, I would accept the challenge. Then Segar throws another bomb at him, saying, you know, the best of the best Toastmasters are going to come and evaluate your speech. Let's say Madam Shirante over here, right? And then Mr. Priyanta over here, and then Mr. Karuna Singh over here are going to come and evaluate your speech. Then what happened? Okay. Right? So that whole feel, there you go. So in one situation, yes, you are fine, you are nervous, but you'll take care of it. But then you are thrown another situation at you. So this is actually situational anxiety. Sometimes a situation that is comfortable to you could change into a very uncomfortable situation, mostly when it comes to delivering a speech in front of a very different crowd, a new crowd. And for example, let's say a different audience, very different audience. You go in front of a crowd and everybody is in suits and all that, and then hands like that, and then frown. Okay, so there you go. It would be very different if you are in front of a crowd who are like all smiles and then, you know, clapping and cheering as you enter. That's a different story. But if you get a clap like, okay, that's trauma. Believe me, that's trauma. That's nothing less. That's trauma, absolute trauma. Okay, so that's situational anxiety. And it always caused by different situations that you get to face. Next up, it's trait anxiety. So Mr. Priyanta very rightfully said, I should say Toastmaster Priyanta said, very rightfully he said it, saying that, you know, it can be the fact that you feel, you know, I'm a loser, or I can't do this, right? I'm a failure. So trait anxiety is an internal anxiety that each individual brings on to the speaking situation. So for example, if you already feel that, you know what, I'm not good enough. I'm absolutely not. All the other people are dressed so well. Gosh, I'm so badly dressed up, right? It's not gonna work out, right? Or else like, you know what? See, all the speakers who are standing, they're so fair and I'm just so dark. I feel like I'm like some alien over here, right? So many things like that. You don't feel good enough about you. You feel you have inferiority. You feel insecure. That is a trait anxiety that you brings on to table. So two types of anxiety situations. First thing, you are okay. You can give a speech, but whenever you are put to a certain situation, then that anxiety is provoked. Second one is that you already have the problem in you. So I think for me, when I became a public speaker, believe me, I was a terrible, horrible one when I started. I think I still remember the first, I actually took public speaking as an accident, to be very honest. When I was in Inter University, Malaysia, I went for a calculus class. And after that calculus class, I only understood X and Y, nothing else. So I realized, damn, this is not going to work out. I'm doomed. This is death, right? So then I had no other option than going in for public speaking. As I entered the room, there was this one individual screaming on top of his lungs, but I couldn't see him, right? As I just went like, then I saw this very short gentleman, what probably one sentence I can apply onto him would be pocket-sized rocket. He had energy like no one's business. Mr. Siva, lots of love to him. I think of him, so much of love. Mr. Siva, the first speech he asked me to deliver, I went in front with confidence and I delivered it. No one paid attention. That happens in any university, mostly other students, they are doing their own work. Nobody anyway wanted to listen to me, but that was fine with me. Mr. Siva said, you know, that's the most terrible, horrible speech I've ever listened to my entire life. He used many other words also, but I think in a Toastmasters platform, I will not use those words, but it was really bad. had few filthy words too. So he gave me 15 out of 100, saying, I'll give you 15 for going and standing over there. Right? That's what he said. Yes. Then he had this capability of finding me wherever, from wherever I was just hiding. I was just hiding, behind taller students. But he had the ability to find me. He was like, where's Rasini, by the way? So he tortured me for 3 months. My life, absolute torture. But then his torture, took me to a level where I was a part of the debate team that won the university championship. And for me, I think that was the best compliment I got, for all the hard work and everything. And I still think of him with so much of love. I loved his approach. And then when I became a psychologist, I realized that sometimes, yes, situational anxiety is something people can deal with or you can work on it. But then how can one get rid of trait anxiety? That is where I brought in the factor of personality development into the component of public speaking. So if you already have certain personality issues that you're dealing with, it will work as a barrier or a limitation for you to be that public speaker you want to be. Therefore, certain things need to be addressed before you take your journey there to be a very confident leader. I have met individuals leave aside English, even their native language, Sinhala. They find it very difficult to communicate. But sometimes, every individual have that strength and all those pluses and all those, positives in them that they have yet not discovered. So it's about identifying those things, right? It's all about, pretty much all about that. So I'll give you some tips. Maybe already, yes, y'all would be knowing about these tips, how you can work on these two levels of anxiety. So when it comes to situational anxiety, starting would be something that even useful nowadays is deep breathing. That absolutely relaxes you as an individual. Leave aside public speaking situation. At any situation, any anxiety, you feel so fear, you feel so scared of something. 5 times will give you so much of calmness. Okay, that is one thing. And at the same time, it can be used in a different approach as well. Let's say, for example, I will take Rangitaki over here. She's genuinely a very calm individual. I have absolutely not seen her in a very aggressive mood. But let's hypothetically assume that she's in a very aggressive state at the moment. She's walking towards Mr. Priyanta in a very nasty mood, right? Her hands are literally flying like that. And she's walking towards him. And imagine Mr. Priyanta, Toastmasters Priyanta, goes like this. And Rangita would turn back and go away. So I always tell my students, right, any colleague or any forum that I go to, deep breathing has 2 advantages. One thing, it absolutely relaxes you. And even you can even practice this on your spouse as well. And see, whenever there is an argument or something, some sort of a thing going to take place, or else your kids constantly walking up to you and asking for food these days, especially even after 15 minutes of eating, practice deep breathing in front of them and your problem will be solved, right? It's tested and proven, right? Number 2, of course, yes, I think you all know this, you need to warm up first. Just like you need to warm up before you work out, exercise, just like that, warming up is absolutely essential when it comes to your speech as well. So all these things will come after you do your practice also, that I know that you all are very well aware of, right? That you need to practice, you need to do all that. But I'm just telling you that what comes after, right? So sometimes plan an introduction that absolutely relaxes you. Even the fact that sometimes I have often spoken of the fact that I'm very, very nervous right now, right? So sometimes you get a smile or 2 from your audience, and that will absolutely just calm you down as well. And sometimes, yeah, a fantastic intro, like I know you all are given all the lessons on that. So yeah, sometimes concentrating on the meaning is essential. Even if you feel like you're going to forget it, at least have a cue card that tells you, don't go everywhere, come back to the point. All right. And at the same time, I would say this will absolutely help you be a well-read person. And somebody, for me, I would tell you that I have personally taken a lot of examples out of movies, out of books, that has absolutely become my survival tactic in terms of any situation. And if I'm to share, Segar, I need to ask, how much time do I have left? I need to be aware. I was waiting for that yellow card, the green card, and the red one. But since I'm not seeing any, I should be aware of that too.
Precisely, you have 9 minutes more. But it's very interesting and
right. Okay.
Carry on.
Let me tell you two very tough situations that I had to face in life. Now, my childhood was just rainbows and unicorns, which did not turn out to be exact that when I became a teenager. I had to go through a lot in life. My life was absolutely in and out of hospitals, losing my father at a very early age in life, and struggling with a mom who was very sick. And my life was just hospitals, home, hospitals, home. That's it. So then I had very less time to actually sit down, focus, and get on with my studies. I was doing my BSc. And one day, when I was just getting ready to go for a class, I had a colleague who's coming to pick me up. And then she said, okay, so are you ready with the presentation? I said, what presentation? As always, yes, my mind was not there. I said, what? You're supposed to give a presentation today. It's for social psychology. I said, oh, ouch. Right? I used a different word back then, but that's a different substitute word. Okay. Then I thought, okay, what am I going to do now? So I had to speak on prejudice. What am I going to speak on prejudice? I don't even have a presentation slide with me. What I did was I just did one opening slide, of course, with the name and everything. Then I put prejudice, stereotyping, prejudice and discrimination. I explained it on the slide. So I had 2 slides and then thank you slide, that was 3 slides. So as I was going on the way, I've been thinking, what can I apply onto this? And then, okay, I got this particular idea onto my head. I went there. Before it, I said, I'm so sorry, sir, due to my ignorance and, my circumstance at home, I couldn't do a very good job, but at least let me try. So what I did was, yes, after explaining all that, I said, I'm going to talk about something that is very close to my heart, and that is about racial prejudice. And no other man I could bring into that point other than my most favorite human, Nelson Mandela. I brought in his struggle. I spoke about his book, which is Long Walk to Freedom, my favorite book. And I quoted, and I was literally in tears. I brought the film Invictus onto it. I literally read the Invictus poem and all of that. And I was literally in tears, and to see my lecturer was in tears as well. He said, Rasini, I'm going to give you 95% for this lecture. I'm just going to cut 5 because you had just 3 slides. But I have never seen somebody internalizing a topic like this. Similar situation, yet again, we were shown a movie which was called Detachment. We were asked to make a presentation, every student, about this movie Detachment. And I walk into the class without a presentation. My teacher said, you know what, Rasini, I can only give you this particular chance that you do the presentation after everyone else's. That's the only thing I can do. Otherwise, I need to cut your marks. I'm so sorry. I can't excuse you this time. I said, okay, fine. Let me sit the back and concentrate a bit. And I was thinking. Now, even no slides at all, not even a single slide. Everyone had a very flashy, very nice presentation. I went in front and I only had a whiteboard. I wrote the term detachment on top. On the bottom, I wrote attachment. And then in the middle, I wrote non-attachment. Looking at the Buddhist principle, I actually delivered close to a 20-minute speech that day, a presentation. And I can't say that I got 95, but my lecturer said it was one of the most inspiring and at the same time very insightful concept that you brought in. So there you go. You might come across so many situations like that. So make sure that you make yourself a well-read person. Watch movies, open yourself to so many things around you. Learn about so many things. I mean, for me, believe me, Nazif, when I went to deliver a speech, like a keynote for Zahira College, for grade 1 orientation, for the parents, and then over there, I spoke about few life lessons my father has given me. That's what I spoke on. And I actually was so happy that I quoted certain things from Islamic principles and teachings. And there was a Maulavi who spoke after me. He quoted so many principles and so many theories from the Dhammapada. Now see, sometimes, he said that, I was very surprised to see this, ma'am. To be very honest, I'm absolutely honored to be sharing this platform with you. And I said, I am same here, same goes for me. Earlier, when I just started as a speaker, what I would mostly concentrate was that what I'm gonna say at a speech. So let's say it's a forum of 3 to 4 speakers, and then I would just focus on my speech and what I am supposed to say. But later on, I realized that it's not just that. Sometimes being an active listener absolutely helps you. So then I would pay attention to everything what others would bring onto table. And then later on, maybe quote them on and off as I speak as well. So every day that happens to your life, you grow as an individual, just like that you grow as a speaker as well. So surround yourself with these examples and knowledge and all of it. Be very humble to learn something, even from the smallest person. Like Shirant ma'am over here said that, have that hunger to learn, right? Going on in yourself, that motivation, that intrinsic motivation to do better than how you were yesterday will absolutely benefit you as a person, right? So then how to manage trait anxiety? Coming to the point, positive imagery is the best. Imagine yourself as the best version that you want to be as a speaker, right? Then what are the characteristics that speaker would have? And then imagine that you yourself delivering a speech in being in that caliber, right? So this is, of course, all these things, it's a work in process. Just because you listen to these tips will not establish that you will be a fantastic speaker tomorrow, right? So it's always a work in process. So I think, Segar, my time is over there. So finally, I'll give you a few points. Positive self-talk will absolutely help you. Do not ever compare yourself to anyone else. Just because others deliver amazing speeches doesn't mean your one is bad. I always say, personality begins where comparison ends, right? So at least you can take the responsibility of not doing that absolute injustice to yourself by comparing yourself to another individual. We all are very different from each other. We have absolutely different personalities. You are absolutely fantastic, being the beautiful mess you are. So wishing all you amazing and wonderful Toastmasters all the very best in all your future ventures, like lots of love and much more power to you. And then now I have to go and deliver a speech on stress and all that management and everything. So there you go. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Wow, what an evening it has been. It's simply the evening is ignited already, and great keynote speech, Ms. Rasanivanda. It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure listening to you. And I am a person who used to, calm myself down in terms of trait anxiety. I just speak to myself and try to be the best version. Until this time, I didn't know that this is a coping mechanism. I was thinking that I'm just crazy and talking to myself, and people say they might think this guy is crazy. But yeah, Thank you for verifying. And I believe everybody related their own stories. And one thing I wanted to highlight is that you spoke about perseverance, coming through a lot of hardships and, managing situations, even though whatever the challenge lies ahead. And it's great. You spoke about philosophy, you talk about psychology, you talked about biology, medicine, and you just, kind of made a convergence in all those topics. And, you drew a line how you develop yourself, how do you present your best version. Absolutely phenomenal. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your speech. It's a pleasure.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Segar. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So great time management. It shows the discipline of our club, and we shall proceed to the next segment. And this segment is a serious segment, a very official, very formal segment. I think this is one of the most important segments of today's evening. And for this segment, there's a gentleman who's been waiting for a very long time, and I would like to invite Toastmaster Lalit Manage. And speaking a bit about himself, he's a visiting lecturer in Aesthetics and Visual Arts Institute of Institute of Technology, and also University of Mortua, a director of 2 art organizations. He's also a web administrator, so a wide range of experience that he brings into the board. And he's an award-winning, more importantly, he's an award-winning club mentor with proficiency in visionary communication in pathways. And he currently serves as the area director of Area B1. Toastmaster Lalit Manage, over to you, sir, for the installation of new executive committee for the year 2021-2020. Thank you.
Thank you, and good evening. It's my privilege to install this executive committee as the Charter Executive Committee of the Mindblasters Toastmasters Club for the new Toastmasters year. Let me introduce the executive committee members of the club. When I call your name, please switch on your videos. All others, please have your videos switch off and mic muted now. Zoom Master, please add the spotlight to each Exco as I call them. Exco members, please keep your videos switched on one after the other until I request to switch off. I will read the Exco members' intros once again as we do it in our Toastmasters culture. Treasurer, Toastmaster Rangita Balasurya. She is a senior social researcher, a development practitioner, and a training facilitator, presently working for the International Organization of Migration, the IOM, the Sri Lanka Mission. She also represents the IOM's humanitarian country team within the UN network. She holds an MSc in Business Information Systems Management, and she was the batch top in that MSc program. She's an honorary life member of the Royal Asiatic Society. Please welcome Treasurer Toastmaster Rangita Balasurya. Secretary Toastmaster Chandika Gunatilaka. Zoom Master, can you please highlight Toastmaster Chandika Gunatilaka? He is the operations manager of Cargill's Agro Development Company and has a BSc in agriculture and an MSc in horticulture from the University of Peradeniya. He's an executive committee member of Mihitala Mithuro Environmental Development Foundation and loves hiking, camping, playing cricket, and volleyball. Please welcome Secretary Toastmaster Chandika Gunatilaka. Vice President, Public Relations, Toastmaster Nasif Ahmed. Zoom Master, please highlight Toastmaster Nazif Ahmed. He is reading for Masters in Thailand. He's a Toastmaster with prior experience, and he says his mother club is Siena Toastmasters. His hobbies are archery and traveling whenever he gets a free time. Please welcome VPPR Toastmaster Nazif Ahmed. Vice President Membership, Toastmaster Anojita Sivaskaran. She is a project officer at National Peace Council of Sri Lanka. She holds a BA Honours in Peace and Conflict Resolution and is a recipient of Diana Award in 2021. Toastmaster Anojita is a member of Refugee Education Council Canada and Global Ambassador in 2021 in youth opportunities. During her free time, she loves reading storybooks and gardening. Please welcome Vice President Membership, Toastmaster Anojita Sivaskaran. VP Education, Toastmaster Vimukti Pereira. Toastmaster Vimukti works in the Insurance Corporation of Sri Lanka and is reading for his MBA in the University of Sri Jayawardenepura. He also has a BSc Honours in Management. Toastmaster Vimukti is a member of many environmental conservation organizations and enjoys traveling, reading books, and supporting SMEs, small and medium enterprises. Please welcome Vice President Education, Vimukti Pereira. President, Priyantha Kulatunga. He is working in the International Organization for Migration, Migrant Resource and Response Center in Khartoum. He is an international civil servant and a psychosocial social worker. He holds a Bachelor of Philosophy degree and a postgraduate diploma in counseling and psychosocial support. He is a former Toastmaster of BCIS Toastmasters Club. His interests and hobbies are volunteering as a peer helper, being a listener, and reading and traveling. Please welcome President Vimukti Pereira. Zoom Master, please add to highlight all the Exco members now.
Please give us a moment.
Now, let's move on to the formal part of the installation. I request everyone to maintain silence until I complete this installation. Please keep your mics muted and videos switched off. And kindly do not use the chat during this time. I am here to install the officers of Mindblasters Toastmasters Club and prepare them for the challenges that lie ahead. Zoom Master, can you please share the relevant PowerPoint slide on screen? These executive members' collective challenge is to make this club strong, dedicated to helping people from all walks of life to speak in an effective manner, listen with sensitivity, and think creatively. I will ask each officer, starting from the Sergeant at Arms, to be on screen with the gavel symbolically being displayed as a symbol of power and authority. as I briefly describe the challenges he or she must meet and the responsibilities he or she must fulfill. Toastmaster Rangita Balasurya, having been elected as the treasurer of Mindblasters Toastmasters Club, you are the club's chief accountant. You are responsible for the development and execution of financial policies, procedures, audits, and controls. You will develop and recommend budgets to Exco to receive and disperse funds and maintain the bank account of the club is your responsibility. You need to notify members of dues, collect the dues, remit dues, and report them to Toastmasters International. Will you, as the treasurer, accept this challenge and perform your duties to the best of your abilities? Please respond, yes, I will.
Yes, I will.
Thank you. Secretary, Toastmaster Chandika Gunatilaka, having been elected as the Secretary of Mindblasters Toastmasters Club, you are the primary note taker and record keeper. You are the custodian of the club constitution, bylaws, and all other official documents of the club. You are responsible for club records and correspondence. You should submit updated membership and officer records to Toastmasters International. You need to record and read minutes of club meetings and Exco meetings. Will you, as the secretary, accept this challenge and perform your duties to the best of your abilities?
Yes, I will.
Thank you very much. Vice President, Public Relations, Toastmaster Nasif Ahmed. Having been elected as the Vice President, Public Relations of Mindblasters Toastmasters Club, you are responsible for developing, implementing, and administering a program that maintains a positive image of Toastmasters for all members, guests, and general public. You are the internal and external public relation officer of the club. You are responsible in developing and maintaining of the club website and the newsletter. Will you, as the Vice President, Public Relations, accept this challenge and perform your duties to the best of your abilities?
Yes, I will.
Thank you very much. Vice President Membership, Toastmaster Anojita Sivaskaran. Having been elected as the Vice President Membership of Mindblasters Toastmasters Club, you are responsible for planning, organizing, and implementing programs that ensure membership growth and retention. You need to maintain an accurate membership roster and attendance record. You need to assist new members and submit their applications to Toastmasters International. Will you, as the Vice President Membership, accept this challenge and perform your duties to the best of your abilities?
Yes, I will.
Thank you very much. Vice President Education, Toastmaster Vimukti Pereira. Having been elected as the Vice President Education of Mindblasters Toastmasters Club, you are responsible for planning successful club meetings and educational programs so that each member has the opportunity to achieve his or her educational and leadership goals. You need to update member progress charts and report member completion of educational and leadership programs to Toastmasters International. As the second ranking officer, you preside the club meetings and Exco meetings in the absence of the presidents. You are also responsible for monitoring club performance. Will you, as the Vice President Education, accept these challenges and perform your duties to the best of your abilities?
Yes, I will.
Thank you very much. The President, Toastmaster Priyantha Kulatunga. Having been elected as the President of Mindblasters Toastmasters Club, you are its Chief Executive Officer and will be expected to preside all club meetings and at all regular and special meetings of your executive committee. It is your challenge to see that this club enables its members to achieve their educational goals. It is also your challenge to see that your club helps the area, division, district, and the Toastmasters International to meet their goals. Now, please symbolically accept the gavel from me, which is displayed on the screen, as the symbol of your leadership and dedication to office. The gavel is a symbol of power and authority given to you by the membership of this club. Use it wisely and with restraint. You are a member of your team as well as a leader. A team is more than a collection of people. It is an emotional force rooted in the feelings, thoughts, and actions of all members with the common goal of achievement, sharing, and mutual support. Work with your team members to create a healthy, dynamic club, a club that which everyone will be proud of. Will you, as the president, accept this challenge and perform your duties to the best of your abilities?
Yes, I will.
Thank you very much. It is now my pleasure to declare these Toastmasters installed into the offices to which they have been elected. Now I request all the members of Mindblasters Toastmasters Club and Toastmasters from other clubs to switch on their mics, unmute their mics, and answer my question if you agree, saying, yes, we will. The growth and development of the Toastmasters program in Mindblasters Toastmasters Club depends largely upon the actions of this group. As men and women of Toastmasters, do you pledge to individually and collectively stand by this club, live with it, and work with it throughout the coming year? Please answer, yes, we will.
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 Thank you very much. You may mute your mics now. Now, may I request the chief guest, DTM Shriyanti Salgado, the Division Director of District 82 of Toastmasters International, to virtually be present on screen and symbolically pin the club officers by your presence, recognizing their dedication and service. This will be symbolically done by taking a screenshot. Zoom master, please take a screenshot of the Exco and the Exco pinning officer.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Please wait a moment.
Okay.
Please turn on your videos. Okay, 1, 2,
please take a screenshot of the Excos and the Exco badge pinning officer. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, DTM Shriyanti Salgado. You may kindly switch off the video now. Zoom Master.
Yes.
Done. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please join with me to warmly welcome the Executive Committee of Mindblasters Toastmasters Club by giving them a huge round of applause using the reaction button on your screen at the bottom. Please give a big round of applause to the newly installed Executive Committee. Now, I request all the Exco members, except the President, to kindly switch off their videos. Now I request our immediate past area director of Area B1, Toastmaster Purna Manushka, to virtually offer the President Medallion, which is present on the PowerPoint slide. Zoom Master, please display the PowerPoint slide. Toastmaster Purna Manushka, spinned on. Zoom Master, now it's time to take a screenshot marking this moment in history.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Done. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Purna. You may now switch off your video. Toastmasters, now let's hear to the acceptance speech of the newly installed president of Mindblasters Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster Priyantha Kulatunga.
Thank you very much, District Director. It's a bit of an emotional moment also for me by seeing all these ceremonial activities. I will be very brief. We had a journey. We started this journey in 2019. It was a journey of like-minded IOM colleagues working in the same unit and other departments who wanted to develop themselves and contributed to the company while developing their personal, professional, and career growth. The journey needed a vehicle, a roadworthy vehicle that can take us to our destination. So we got together and decided to link up with the club. Not with just a club, with a Toastmaster club. And we had our first meeting. It was actually in the form of a roadshow, one-day event in a faraway place from Colombo. Then we decided to have a speechcraft program, a 10 weeks long speechcraft program. And we thought it was the end of the journey. But then the chemistry was there for us to continue, since all of us wanted excellence in communication and leadership. It was initially a journey directed towards just developing a group of people who were at the IOM. There were many selfless servant-like leaders supporting our self-focused personal and professional growth. I'm today grateful to those who have been working, are still working for our club. Our Exco is a result of those self-focused motives. now been elected and thrown to the deep end of the pool to be both trainers and coaches and to be selfless. And so as the members, they are at the deep end of the pool as well, having the same motives. As you have witnessed, today we install not just 2122 Exco. We also installed a 3-year-long journey. And you all as members of the club have decided to elect us to serve both our self-focused interest and selfless interest. This is for a better club. I'm humbled by this gesture, even sometimes perplexed to note that our self-focused motives now been evolved to be a selfless service. Thank you, Charter members and the Charter Exco for being the leaders of our own making. We make a year that does not conflict with our initial 2019 endeavor, where we were looking for our organizational core values, which are inclusion and respect for diversity, integrity, transparency, and professionalism. These are IOM core values. Today, as Mindblasters Toastmasters Club, we strive to uphold the core values of Toastmasters, which are actually not far away from our own organizational values, which are integrity, respect, service, and excellence. This sounds to me that we are in the path of service to our club and to the wider community. Perhaps even sometimes giving up our selfless motives to a certain extent and moving towards a more selfless community service. My dear Exco members, TMs, former speed crafters, former area director TM Purna, BCIS team, our current mentors and club sponsors, and TM district management. You are a testimonial to making history and chartering a club and now installing its Exco. Our Exco and I are accepting this leadership with an accelerated heart and noticing that we have come a long way with support from each of you. And I keep the same accelerated heart for you all to support us with camaraderie and service excellence. Your humble gesture of service excellence and availability to serve us resonates in me, a quote I always believe and value, open quote. When you want something, the entire universe conspires for you to get it, close quote. So you are our conspirators, the conspirators with respect, integrity, service, and excellence. And I tell you, this conspiracy journey is for developing a group of better communicators and better leaders for today and for tomorrow. So let's conspire together to support our club success, support our members, and support for a better world tomorrow. And our journey continues. Over to you, Master of the Ceremony.
Thank you, Toastmaster President Priyantha Kolathunga, for that wonderful speech. And can I ask Nasif to give access to, start my video, because I think it's been.
Sure.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you. I hope everybody can see me. I just want to make that contact anyways. So first of all, thank you, Toastmaster Lalit Manage, for facilitating the installation of the new Exco for the year 2021 and 2022. And what I literally saw from our president's speech was ample of commitment courage, spirit, determination. And I sensed a lot of positivity in the ambience. And President also said, President Toastmaster Kulathunga also said that the transformation from self-motives to self-service, which is not an easy thing to do, but I literally saw that that has been a great transformation. And that transformation, I sincerely believe that that'll be, kind of practiced within the Mindblasters Toastmasters Club in its future endeavors. So, and he also spoke about the future, the journey that the club has come through, lots of hardships and so on and so forth. So to show a visual of that journey, I would like to request our Zoom master to share the Mindblasters journey video at this point of time, which is very valuable. Thank you. Thank you very much, Zoom Master, Toastmaster Nasif, for sharing this video. It was wonderful to see, wonderful sighting. And definitely, without a journey, without, putting some hard work, effort into, making this club to where it is now, making it a reality, I think hard work definitely pays off. And thank you very much. It was indeed a great moment to cherish. With that, now, a lot of people shared their views, a lot of speeches, a lot of official, sort of a program agenda within. So I would like to, call upon one person from the audience, a very eminent person, I would say, distinguished Toastmaster as well, to share the view as to what he feels. So I believe distinguished Toastmaster Nishal Veerakon is out there. He's the program quality director. So I would like to invite him to just give a few words, to share a few words about what do you think about this charter installation ceremony of Mindblasters Toastmasters Club. Thank you.
Thank you, MC, for the opportunity. That was purely very impromptu. As leaders, we are ready to talk at any point. So the installation went really well, and I'm extremely happy to see the installation taking place, because I know the hardships and the journey of the Mindblasters Toastmasters Club from the first demo meeting, how we got through each and every step, and I'm really happy to see everyone connecting today and getting this installation going. And installation went really smoothly, and I commend all the leaders and everyone for their support. One message what I would like to share with all the club leaders and all the Toastmasters is, yes, the times have changed, things are different, the environment is a difficult environment, but set a goal for your journey, set a smart goal and drive towards your goal, because your goal will be your motivation in this journey. So that's the simple message I want to share with all of you. Overall, we had a wonderful installation, so I thank all the leaders and the members for being here and giving their best for this club. Over to you, MC.
Thank you very much, DTM Nisal Virakon, for that wonderful word. Indeed, that is also a value addition for this entire process. This kind of advice are very important to build upon the club, build upon individual personality as well. And sorry about this entire thing being impromptu, because we wanted an authentic feedback from one of the participants. And thank you very much. You did it pretty well. So with that, we are going towards the latter of the segment, but a pretty important segment, because this is the moment to thank everyone. So I would like to invite Toastmaster Chandika Gunatilaka, who is also the secretary of the Mindblasters Club, to deliver the word of thanks. Thank you.
Good evening, all. It's an honor and a great pleasure to me to deliver the word of thanks today. As we come to the end of the ceremony, it's my duty to convey my gratitude to all of you. Firstly, I take immense pleasure in extending my sincere thanks to DTM Shiranti Salgadu for her presence, as well as the guidances for the successful of this event, as well as the growth of the club. And I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Mrs. Rasuni Bandara for her inspirational keynote speech. It was really wonderful. And DTM Mahinda Karunakara, the club growth director. Then the Toastmaster Karuna Singhananidri as the induction officer, as well as the Toastmaster Lalit Manage as the installation officer showed us the way to go. Please accept our sincere gratitude. DTM Nisal Virakon as a program quality director, thank you so much for the speech, as well as the strengthening us in many ways by sitting behind the stage. Moreover, my heartfelt gratitude to all the division directors, area directors, mentors, sponsors, and all other club representatives for being with us to colorful this evening. And this event did not happen overnight. My special thank to all the organizing committee members and the Mindblasters Toastmasters Club members and their family members for being with us and their untiring efforts to success this event. Without you, this won't be a successful and wonderful event. Thank you so much, and over to you, Toastmaster Sekar.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chandika Gunatilaka, for that wonderful vote of thanks. You captured everyone, all the attendees, all the important figures who had sacrificed their time, come here for our to witness and to be a part of our charter installation ceremony of Mindblasters Toastmasters Club. So, ladies and gentlemen, with that, we come to the end of the segment, and fruitful evenings and moments has to come to an end. It will come to an end. But this closure of this event indicates that there's a mission to accomplish in the future. And we, Mindblasters, Toastmasters, will adjust the sail to challenge the status quo and to continuously improve as a club, as a group, to lead meaningfully and also to bring upon a change that we all want to see in each of us. So until then, thank you for joining in this wonderful event. Stay safe and stay connected with us. And to be a bit more exotic, I think I didn't introduce myself. I should have done it in the very outset. I'm Sekadanukshan, and I'm signing off at this point of time. I hope you had a wonderful evening. All the best.
Yes, thank you. Nasif, shall you take a group photo?
Yeah, I think better we take a small group photo before everyone. Can you
Sure.
please turn on your videos?
Yeah, that's a good idea. We have one taken earlier, but yeah, let's take one more.
Yeah, amazing. So we have few more.
Please.
Sure, okay. Thank you. 1, 2, 3. Nice.
Some actions, please.
Yes.
Yeah, we had a mini heart. Yeah, we have mini heart. Okay, thank you. That was wonderful.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you all. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Congratulations to everyone. Blast your way through.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Madam Chiranti. Thank you.
Congratulations to everyone. I am on the way still. Anyway, congratulations to everyone.
Thank you, TM Mahinder. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, team. Looking forward for exciting year. If you need any support, we are there to support for anything.
Thank you very much, TM Misal. Thank you so much. Really appreciate all your participation and support and everything.